we're outside. We're out at the golf course.
Hey-o.
Shocker.
We're still doing 2 movies from our golf bracket, even though we're on Mr. Noble's deck. We've got Tommy's Honor. We've got Greatest Game Ever Played. Welcome to Sticks and Spirits. What? Well, this is our second matchup for golf moves.
Yep.
Last week, we had Legend of Bagger Vance move forward against Yeti's objection. Although, to be fair, he objected to the entire bracket. No, it understands. But today, we're doing Greatest Game Ever Played, which is pre-World War I. So I know that's going to be one of your favorites again. And we've got Tommy's Honor, which is
Even older.
Civil War. Even older.
Even older, Schumann.
about old Tom Morris and young Tom Morris back at the birth of the game in Scotland. So we're going back in history today, boys.
Let's
We're going back in history. So let's go. Let's tee it up. Who wants to start with Greatest Game Ever Played? I think you like this movie. You start.
It's one of my favorite movies in general. Young Shia LaBeouf.
Pretty crazy, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
It was.
Great movie based on a true story. So
I like that.
That's
I like
also
that.
great. About an amateur playing in the U.S. Open, making his way, starting out as a caddy. I love the fact that at the very beginning, he's a young kid that is a caddy, and you see the whole the cheating's never not been a part of golf because turn your head, kick the ball, get it in the right place.
Is that what they call a foot wedge?
Yeah, that's what they call a foot wedge.
Oh, okay.
But he gets
Identifying
karma
it.
because he had step and poop. And then he learns how to golf from the greatest golfer of the time, who was also not a gentleman. He didn't grow
Do you
up.
remember his name?
Harold Varner.
The Varden
Wow.
Flyers.
Barden Flyers, yes.
Yeah.
So, he learns how to swing from him technically, and then just it explodes from there of his love for the game, and he grows up really good young kid golfing through high school or whatever. Then tries out.
His dad.
His dad makes
was tough.
the thing. His dad is really tough on him. His dad is a working man. And that's what he does. He works for a living, and golf is not for the lower class people. So it'll never be for him.
He had the opportunity. He got a little full of himself, and
Yep.
thought he was going to be able to
And-
score that.
Yeah. I mean, and saw his dad there at the end and kind of failed under pressure a little bit, and then
100%.
had to give it up. Oh, look, had to give up golf, and then found it again. Goes back in the U.S. Open, and things happen from there, and wins.
So we have a
But
wait.
Not
He
in
won,
yeah, but not in 72 holes, was it?
no,
but he wasn't an exhibition either. In all fairness.
It was weird too back then, right? Because
Yeah.
they played 36, and then they had to have a full 18-hole playoff, which I still respect about the Open.
100%.
Yes.
In majors, I don't like sudden death. In the Open,
Sure.
you still get that bit of
Yep.
history. It's a good 18-hole playoff if there's a tie.
True.
Mano y mano.
yes.
And-
But then
and I do-
outside the golf thing, the caddy and player.
He made the movie.
They made the movie. I mean, how could you have a better caddy than a little pygmy or a young child? And his lines.
Spoken from our.
That's true. That is true. But the lines of read it, roll it, hold it.
And also the true part,
Yep.
that it was a little kid.
Yes,
caddy.
caddies.
And the gentleman of the club who never wanted Shai to play in the first place, Francis played in the first place.
Yep.
When he's in the playoff, are trying to give him a caddy that knows the course. So you got
Get the
Eddie
kid out.
crying.
Yep.
And Francis Ouimet kind of shows character.
Yep.
He says, "Don't ever talk to my caddy again." He says, I wouldn't replace you for anything. And the kid was saying, they take up an offer for me. I wouldn't take $10. I wouldn't take $100. I want to be part of this experience.
It's just a feel-good movie, solid from start to finish. The struggles of, son and father relationships and expectations of the father on the son, and the son wanting to do what he wants, the mom trying to mitigate that a little bit and letting him do what he wants, but still kind of supporting his dad.
So the
I mean,
golf was like secondary to the life story in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't know. I mean, golf was
Thank
a
you,
pretty
Alex.
good, solid part of this movie.
But you talk about the mother, and she's really the one that got the dad to come around.
Yeah.
Towards the end, and she's told him hey, he's just trying to make you proud.
Just golf wasn't respected back
Well,
then. I mean,
sure.
it was.
Well, it wasn't
was-
the lower
if you were,
man.
if you were
Wasn't for the lower
a gentleman,
Yeah.
the class system.
This might surprise you guys. I love this movie. You guys, right? Yeah.
I'm a little surprised.
Disney
Well,
movie.
say that one more
I mean,
time.
it's a Disney
It's a Disney movie. Wait, is that?
Yeah, because there was a winner, or
Well, a lot of things. Oz said based on a true story. We got a winner. Disney, like the story.
Disney. He did put it.
This was a great story. It's true. He wins the U.S. Open. I really enjoyed this movie. I had never seen it. This catapulted, like, this movie belongs not only in golf but in all sports movies. Like,
Wait.
I really enjoyed this movie.
Wait,
Flag it.
Flag, yeah, red
Stop.
flag. I mean,
Stop right
yeah,
there.
dude, he didn't want this in.
I never.
Let alone-
I didn't know what it was.
It shows what golf was like back then, right?
Yeah.
Two people who weren't gentlemen, two people who should have never played the game, are playing it at the highest level for the highest prize.
Well,
I thought that was excellent.
The three in the finals were all lowborn.
Yes.
But that's
Yeah.
the true underdog story. But it's not just Shia LaBeouf being the underdog. It's these two guys from England that are also underdogs that are just like, we're the best in the world and we're still not good enough for these people.
Well,
Like,
when he goes into the club, they're going to offer him the spot in the club, but no, they're just going to offer him a job.
Yeah.
You're the best golfer in the world, and you can have a job here.
You can work for us.
Yeah, you-
And when the snob from England is like, "Oh, this little kid is not going
Yeah.
to make it tomorrow. It's going to be all England." And then Harry Vardon, still considered the greatest English golfer of all time, 6 British Opens.
Yep.
6 Opens. Sorry, British. He says to the high board who sponsored him and paid for him to come there, he's like, I don't know if he's going to win tomorrow or not, but if he wins, he's going to win because he's the best. And I'm trying to win, not for England, not for you, but because if I win, that means I'm the best. And I'll thank you to remember that.
Mhm.
yeah.
And like I said, we can't say this. Eddie, for me, made the movie. Being the
yes.
Eddie,
100%.
that was
100%.
awesome.
Like he gets him, like picks him up for the second day, and it's just raining. Like it's
Yeah.
coming down. He goes, "Great day for a 72." He goes,
I looked at Java
so-
Cabs then too because they had to get the dirt and build the tee on every.
"Yeah,
Yeah, there was no wooden tees. There was nothing like that.
And-
I absolutely enjoyed this movie.
And
Through and
speaking
through.
from one of my caddies at the end, it is a caddy's job to get your mind right. And how many times did he have to
Many.
find a way to get
Yep.
Francis Ouimet's mind right because he was
Yep.
thinking,
Hey,
what
this
was the
girl,
next and
this
all that.
girl gave this
Yeah.
to me earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the
What?
president was
Stains.
there. And he
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
dumbfounded by that. But you're right. I mean, I think as far as the caddies go, that's probably more of the job is keeping your golfer's mind in it versus what's the yardage and what's the club. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
That's
important.
the real job.
It really is.
Aspect.
Great movie. Was really
very good
impressive.
I think one of the points I love, and it's how the golf used to have the Stymie rule.
Yeah.
There was no
well
mark in the
said.
ball.
That was awesome.
And give him the masher, and he's got to chip it up
Sure.
over on the green, and there was no, there was
We
no.
made this point before. Like, if you're so good that you can put it in front of his ball, just put it in the hole. Like,
That's a rule that should stay in.
True.
The Stymie rule should
I don't want it.
No.
you can't chip or putt. Like, you can
Pick one or the other.
Want me to chip on it, buddy? Let's rewind about 45 years.
To the beginning of golf.
This is where they came over on the Mayflower, right?
No, before.
Before that.
We still haven't come across.
We're in the 1860s and 70s. We're in Scotland.
Yep.
Where old Tom Morrison, who is at that time the greatest golfer who's ever lived, is talking about the low-born, high-born
Yep.
dichotomy,
Sure.
is a caddy
And a golf course designer.
and a golf course designer who makes clubs.
And golf.
And what were the courses? I'm sorry. What was the courses?
St.
Russellboro.
St.
St. Andrews.
Carnoustie.
Carnoustie.
Made
Some very famous courses even today.
Yeah.
they still play opens
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, that they still play.
I think they just linked them a
They'll
little
be
bit.
playing.
I'll be playing Royal Musselburgh.
That's right. Royal Musselburgh. He didn't design, but
Nope,
they
but
had
that's
two matches.
that's who they
two
play
matches
against.
on there.
Okay.
And then the story is another father-son story where young Tom Morris,
Mm-hmm.
right, who's obviously his son, becomes a really great golfer, much younger in life.
Sure.
And it's the story of how he goes from being a teenager to winning 4 opens in a row from 17 to 21.
But a more
Everyone-
ambitious golf. Like he has more ambition for golf
Yeah,
than
and
his
to
dad did.
him, it's about
Money and
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, golf wasn't about golf. It was, hey, golf is a means to be
It's a
able to
livelihood.
support my family.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
He wanted to upgrade his class.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Now,
Go ahead.
my question is, like, in the movie, you see him finally be like, wait a second, why am I not getting the money here? Like, why are you guys getting all the money? I'm doing all the work. And he's like, no, give me the money. Now, when did that change? That then again, we're back to Shia LaBeouf. Everybody's not getting paid again.
Well,
Like,
but they were pros, right? Because they
Amateurs
weren't
don't
amateurs
get
at the
paid.
time.
Yes.
That's why they won the Open. And I don't know if that whole thing was there yet, but they weren't making prize money. This was all about the
It's like an
nobles
exhibition?
betting.
But
Yeah.
So,
I didn't
nobles?
bet. I didn't bet. Promise.
Yeah.
No, it was all about the
the-
high board
Yep.
betting. And that they would bet the money, they take the money in, and then they would, and they were not just betting, they're betting on their guy. They
Right.
would bring their guy, say, my guy can beat your guy. And then they give their guy, who would now win, just a small piece of that. And at one point, young Tom Morrison goes, if you want me to play for you, I get all the money, and I'll give you what I think is a fair amount.
Yeah.
And they got, Sam Neill got really angry about it and ended up saying, okay, you're the best golfer. I'm going to lose if I don't stay with it. It kind of changed that part of it.
Think
That-
there were any ties?
That part
for me?
was cool.
no, another film of winners.
The other thing you got to think about,
And loser.
with this one is, he won 4. He's 17 and 21. There are no golfers then. Yeah, there were golfers then. But not only that, with the equipment they had then, he had the first hole in one during an Open. He hit 210 yards in on a par 5, first albatross in Open history. I mean, he could play.
Mhm.
He was a
Yeah.
player.
You could play.
That movie shows we're no longer allowed to complain about how bad the weather is. That we have to play.
You can call it because of daylight or snow.
Yeah, like if we're playing on Christmas Eve in the snow,
Yeah.
we're
In
not.
Scotland.
I mean, he's playing. He can't feel his hands. He's shivering. All that. His dad goes back and like makes the first hand warmer of all times and puts like some coals in a tin and wraps it with some leather or whatever and brings us that this will warm your hands up because he didn't want to quit. He
Yeah.
wouldn't quit.
Well,
Part of the story is Tommy's his own man. He gets married to a woman who, at the time, had a history.
Yep.
She had a baby at one point.
Yep.
And, now that's not a big deal, but at the time, his mom was all
Oh, yeah.
up in arms.
Yeah.
But he was his own man. He did his thing, and then she very sadly passed. And a couple of interesting father-son moments there, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Who remembers which one of those I'm talking about here?
Well, they got the telegram.
They got a telegram that he
That's
didn't
what-
let him know.
And
The dad
didn't
doesn't-
say it. They had to finish the match.
because this was his dad's best, like the best he'd played. Like this was his last hurrah.
Yes.
And he's like,
Right.
"Yeah, I don't want to quit because my kid's
And
wife's dying."
And he
He's
didn't want
like-
his son's mind not on golf.
And his son said, golf isn't to you what it is to me. We could have left.
Yeah.
We didn't need to finish. I needed to go be with my wife
Yeah.
while she's in distress through childbirth, was with the story. He got there and she had passed.
Yeah.
And he would have been there for her
Yeah.
and for himself.
Sure. Yeah, we
And-
did forgive him at the end, right before he
did.
died.
He did. But he went out in the cold and then caught pneumonia and he died. And, the legend is heartbreak. I don't know. But there certainly seemed to be a lack of concern for himself at that point because
They were built different back
that
then.
had happened.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had just gone through a massive depression and alcohol, like just drinking himself into oblivion. And then finally they're like, hey, we have one more, we want to win. And then the guy that he's supposed to be playing with breaks his arm or whatever
Yeah.
and can't play. Or so then he's like, well, you and your dad have always been good together. And so his dad and him, final round or whatever. And yeah, his dad
A
made
little
that
bit of
choice.
realism in here. He said, okay, I'll get my dad, but he can't putt. Yeah, we've heard that. We've all
Don't know what that's like. Don't know what that's like. I've never heard anybody say that to me before.
Never heard that.
So that was
Never heard anybody say if you could putt, you'd be really good.
so an uplifting movie, obviously.
Yeah, it was a lot of pop. Really made you feel good about yourself.
I'm not sure. So I took away from them. I really like the history because I didn't know that. I liked all that part of it.
Shocker.
But the movie, I didn't actually like the production of the
But
It was quick. They like the
And in the beginning, it was kind of tough to follow in the beginning
Yeah.
what was going, and then you caught on. But I just, yes, yeah, that's the way to say it. Love the history side of it. Just didn't like the actual production of the
Yeah.
movie.
I'm probably saying the same thing you are. I thought it was a really wonderful story. I think it could have been told better through the medium.
Sure.
I didn't realize old Tom Morris was a real person. I just thought he was a character in Tiger Woods.
Right.
That character you unlocked in Tiger Woods, and I was like, well, man, they did a good job with this guy.
Right. The history of the game comes out there, right? The grooves in the wedge, the backspin of the ball, the teeing off from not on the green, right? Hey, why don't we put 2 holes here? We'll tee off,
Putting on surfaces that we would call rough.
absolutely. just how the history developed.
I might be a better putter. Just saying.
Maybe.
well, the development of a golf bag
Sure. Yeah.
because it was an old
at the beginning
like
of the movie. They're
yeah.
carrying clubs.
carrying clubs. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you only had 3, so it was not as big a deal.
Fair enough.
But the movie was way better. I've never seen it. I thought it was. I wasn't expecting much. It was way
No.
better than I gave it credit.
Agreed. Agreed. It was much better than what I was expecting.
Hold on. Had anybody seen it before we
No.
started?
No.
None of us.
No.
Yeah. So we didn't have a high expectation.
Both of these movies, talk about like the poor generation trying to play golf against the higher society and how it's all that. And a current golfer in the PGA, Aaron Rai, isn't that his name?
Yeah.
I mean, he still uses iron covers, which a lot of golfers make fun of for using iron covers.
Somebody we golf.
He uses 2 gloves.
And he does use 2 gloves, but the reason why he does that is because his dad didn't have a lot of money growing up, and so he spent all this money to get him clubs, and so he used iron covers to keep him taking care of him, and so he still uses them today, even though he probably has a ton of money and he gets probably free clubs, but he still uses it because he wants to take care of his equipment because it's something that he grew up doing as not somebody that was high society into the golf club.
And with that, your vote.
Greatest game ever played.
Think about it.
Tommy's honor shocked me how good it was. But greatest game ever played was phenomenal.
I said it best. It's not just a great sports movie. It's a great movie. Yeah. Greatest game ever played.
Landslide. Greatest game ever played.
I got to watch the greatest game ever played again with my daughter, and like getting her expressions. Even she was like mad at the gentlemen and how they were treating these guys. I'm like, so even a 6-year-old understands how
oysters?
Yeah, like how unfair it was. And like the greatest game ever played was a good one. I liked Tommy's Armor. I liked the story, but
Tommy's Honor.
Yes, Tommy's Honor.
Yeah.
But yeah, greatest game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even a contest. Greatest game, but for me, that's one of my favorite movies. So,
And now one of Shumi's.
The caddy, I mean, that's just phenomenal.
Oh, shit. And part of the true story is they've stayed friends their whole lives. So we've got a winner today. We've got greatest game ever played.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to I think it's the 1 seed in the bracket.
1 and 8.
No, 1 seed is Happy
Oh,
Cup.
1 seed.
Yeah. Tin Cup versus Dead Solid Perfect.
10 Cup versus Dead Solid Perfect. Listen, we've been really moving up in views and subscriptions. We can't thank you enough. We're having a great time. Like we always say, we'd be doing this whether you're watching or not. We might not have a camera, but we'd be sitting around smoking cigars, drinking bourbon, and talking crap because that's what we do.
Yep.
So hopefully you see it. We're just having a good time.
If you'd like to join us in sitting around and feeling like you're involved, you can hit sticksandspirits.net and get your own merch with our logos and
Such as
Polos.
Glenn Cairns and
polos,
T-shirts.
hats,
Yeah.
T-shirts.
we do. We really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
And
Until
leave
then,
more comments.
And
We
we
love
love
seeing the comments.
Thank
Hit it.
keep your sticks
lit.
and your spirits high.
Hi.
Cheers.
Cheers.